Good morning, my fellow Johorians. This is Dr. K.N. Singh again from Johor Bahru. Regarding our flood mitigation, almost 100,000 people in Johor were displaced this floods. Flooding roads disrupted delivery aid from all sectors of society, including Rotary clubs and many NGOs that stepped in to help. When this happened in 2006, they called it a once in a lifetime occurrence. Then it happened again in 2011 and displaced 50,000 people in Johor. Closure of roads and damaged infrastructure, loss of property was tremendous. Last week, people were again on rooftops due to rising waters. Each time we have floods, they invariably begin in Sagamat and Kota Tinggi before spreading to other districts. Billions have been spent and we see no end in sight. Is this really climate change? Or is it a warning from Mother Nature that we are building with total disregard of drainage and cutting down forests that let the rain soak into the soil and not run off as surface water, which takes silt to the rivers, causing a rise in the riverbed so less water can flow and the excess bursts the barriers and goes into the farmland and causes flooding. I'm sure we have local brains that can figure this out and we can solve this perennial problem if only the contracts are given properly to those who can do it. It must be supervised by the people who drafted the plans. I know we can solve this. It takes the will of the government and those in power not to be bribed to reduce drainage costs for contractors. The disposal of soil that was dug must be sent to landfills instead of being left to enter the rivers as it is cheaper. The riverbeds may also needed to be dredged to deepen them. I think we need to think carefully about depleting forests and replanting the depleted areas to prevent rainwater from running into rivers with all that loose soil. It may take a lot of money for us to undo the years of neglect and corruption that has allowed the forest to be sacrificed for money. The building contractors were allowed to take shortcuts at the people's expense as the corrupt are looking for bribes during the 60 years of UMNO rule when the corruption was a norm. As the Prime Minister then, Najib Razak, was corrupt, the whole civil service and the government followed his ways. Sadly, everything in a society is linked. Floods may not seem to have anything to do with corruption, but everything in society is unfortunately linked with everything else. Unless a society changes, nothing will change. For a change now, we have a Prime Minister heading a multi-racial party, and we can see him dealing with corruption slowly but surely. I'm sure once corruption is dealt with, everything will fall in place, even the flood mitigation. Thank you for listening, guys.